this car isn't mine. This 2017 VF Black Edition is my girlfriend's car, and she does not know what I'm about to do to it. Now, I love this car and everything about it. However, there's one issue. It's a bloody monster truck. And to combat that, we're installing some adjustable coilovers from Petters. Now, this is my girlfriend Domi. I asked to borrow her car to run some errands. She does not know that we're going to be modifying it today. She has wanted coilovers for the longest time and never pulled the trigger. So, to be a supportive boyfriend, I decided why not do it for her. We're going to be putting these in today, hopefully not have any issues. Let's see how we go. Now, I have no idea how to work on newer cars. I love my old shit boxes. So the first step is to figure out how to get the old springs out. First thing we're going to do here is we're going to jack up the car, making sure to jack it up by the diff, as it is a strong point and won't break anything. Now, as we're lifting up the rear wheels of the car, I'm going to put a brick under the front wheel to make sure it doesn't roll back when it goes up, and finish jacking it all the way up. Now look at these stock springs. This car's got more flex than a 79. Now all this looks pretty simple. We've got one bolt at the bottom and 3 up the top there. We should be able to remove the old shock out. We've run into a small issue here. I need a spring compressor to compress this spring down so that that top hat can be removed from the car. Unfortunately, I don't have a spring compressor, but our friend Nathan does. So he's gonna quickly come drop it off and we'll get back on track. So it turns out we didn't actually need spring compressors. All that we needed to do was undo the sway bar end link off the lower control arm and drop the lower control arm from the knuckle, and it just falls out. Now, if it all went smoothly, I wouldn't be here sitting talking to you. We have run into a massive problem when putting in these coilovers. As you can see, the lower control arm was not lining up with the knuckle, and for the life of me, I could not figure out why. I've searched countless of forums, watched countless of videos, and in every one, everything looked so simple. They would just lift it up and it would slot right in. However, that was not the case for me. And after searching the forums far and wide, leaving the car overnight in Rexton's driveway to come back to it the next day, I finally found the issue. Turns out, you cannot line the knuckle up if the handbrake in the car is up. Now, these cars have an electronic handbrake. All you need to do is start it up, disengage the handbrake, and turn it back off again. And then you will be able to just lift the knuckle with your hand and slip it into the lower control arm and put the bolt through. So today I've got this space to do these coilover install. This is actually my girlfriend's house, but she's at work at the moment. She has no idea that I'm here. She took her parents' car to work because I said I needed her car to transport some stuff. Again, hopefully she doesn't get suspicious, but let's see how this goes. Okay, we're back for round 2. Different location this time because it's raining and Rexton's driveway is not undercover. And I can't use the garage because the man has more important things to do. This time, we're going to be doing everything like we did last time, except we're going to leave the handbrake off and hopefully not run into any more issues. So here I am back at it, doing this all over again. Jacking up the car, securing the vehicle on jack stands, and getting ready to take out the old coilover. Here I am taking the wheel off and beginning to attack the lower control arm, taking it off from the knuckle and then undoing the shock from the lower control arm. Then I'm going to take off this sway bar end link so I can compress the shock and take it out. Alright, got the stock shock out. It was a lot faster this time now that I know what I'm doing. So let's put the coilover in now and hope we don't have any issues. Alright, so we've got the first one in. All the bolts are tight, down here and down here. The trick really was to just have the handbrake down because I was able to slip this on with my hands without the use of a jack or anything. So if you guys are going to do this at home, make sure your handbrake is down. Alright, both of the rear coilovers are in now. I'll lower the car, see how it looks. I'm excited, a bit nervous, just in case it's too low for her. But you will know, you can never be too low. Alright guys, moment of truth. From the back it looks pretty good. Oh yeah, that's how a Commodore should sit right there. It's beautiful. Now all I've got left to do is do the front suspension, and that doesn't look too difficult because it looks very similar to the suspension in my Calais. So I'm just going to jack the car up, take the wheels off, and go from there. And I'll bring you along with me. Now my suspicions were 100% correct. We've got one bolt holding at the top of the strut in the bonnet. We've got two bolts holding in the shock to the knuckle and one bolt holding in the sway bar. So after taking all that out, should be able to just drop this shock straight out. The first thing I'm going to do here is hold the sway bar end link with a ratchet and undo the nut holding it to the stock shock. I'm then going to put the nut back on the end link so that I don't lose it. Then I'm going to undo the clip holding in the brake lines and the wheel speed sensors and tuck them out of the way so that they don't get damaged. And lastly, all I got to do is undo the two bolts holding the stock shock to the knuckle, and with that, the stock shock is ready to be removed. We got her out. It's a stock shock. It took maybe 10-15 minutes while recording, of course, but you know, much easier. Now putting the new Peters coilovers in is the same as removing the old ones, just in the opposite order. So you can see I already got this nut here on top. Just have to take off the adjustment so it fits, and then this really just screws back in. Nice and easy. Alright, so that's one of them in. It's tight at the top here. I've screwed the adjuster back on. And then these two bolts are tight. The brake lines and the speed sensor are in. The only difficult thing was to get in was the sway bar, because this coilover is a lot shorter than the stock spring. But what I did is I put a jack just under here, moved it up, and tightened it on. All right, both sides are in. Let's lower the car, see what she looks like with all four coilovers in. All right, we've got the car on the ground. It fits pretty good fitment for these crappy wheels. But if you have a look along the side, it's definitely a lot lower everywhere. I couldn't be happier. But the real test is my girlfriend going to be happy with what I've done to her car? Because I really hope she likes it. My girlfriend's parents just told me that she's on her way home. I'm going to try to hide you guys somewhere in the bush in the front yard. I'm going to leave her car at the front and we're going to try to catch her reaction.
Oh my god.
Do you like it?
Yes?
That wasn't very convincing.
Yes, I do.
Here you go.
Thank you. I don't know what to say.
Are you gonna let me run errands in your car again?
Probably not. I seriously don't know what to say. I love it. It needs a lip now.
Alright, we're gonna take it for its maiden voyage. This is Domi's first time driving it.
Oh, that's new. It's much stiffer.
It feels good though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It feels like it's on rails now.
Yeah. Oh, that's weird. There's no lean.
You like it?
Yeah, that's better. Not bad.
It's not
She's
too much
all
stiffer.
good. I don't know what it is, but it definitely feels different.
Well, it would be stiffer than stock, that's for sure.
Yeah. It also just feels like smoother.
Alright, so we're nearing the end of our test drive. We took it on some bumpier sections of road, and what do you think?
I love. That's all I can say.
Not too stiff?
It's not stiff. I mean, it's not like stock suspension, but you know, it's good.
Well, there you go, guys. That's how you put coilovers into a 2015 VF Commodore. My girlfriend seems to really like it. I had a lot of fun doing this. I'm glad the surprise worked out. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Like if you enjoyed, comment what you thought, and subscribe for more.